right there for something. I may choke. I may choke here on the set, Bullet. I know our customers would like to see that. Okay.
I'd love to see that. Let me, shoot, I forgot to.
Oh, I feel naked, boy, without you. Oh my gosh, I'm alone. Oh, he's
okay,
back.
now you know how
Okay.
I felt a couple weeks ago.
Oh, dang, Bullet.
All right, there we go.
Man, that's the most loneliest time of my life right then. When you walked away, Bullet, for a few minutes, but you're back.
I thought second of it. I was like, you know what?
You almost quit.
I was like, you know what? I've carried the show for long enough. I just.
You almost left for WWE, but you came back to WCW.
No, it wouldn't have been there. It would have been trash collecting. WWE didn't want me.
So
maybe sanitation department.
So if you leave, you're not going to another wrestling company. You're out completely. That's right.
Well, not that anybody would really have me, but like.
Well, I thought you were going to go throw the woman's belt in. Wasn't it Linda Blaze? She left one and then threw the belt in the trash or something like that. Yeah. No, it was that, and then Lex was the one that supposedly was on Raw on a Friday, and then the next day he's in WCW or something.
Yeah, on Monday. Yeah.
A long time ago. Okay, I'll shut up. I'm just glad you're back, Bullet. Dang.
Yeah. Quality.
I thought you done hit the lottery and you was gone. Okay.
Well, maybe someday.
I got this.
Okay. Here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the yes. Dad, you don't work, you wrestle.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You heard the clap. Yeah. You know what time it is. George, how was your weekend?
Boy, I'll be back. Oh, I can't bend over. Oh, I'm sorry, Bullet. But my weekend was unbelievable, Bullet. Thank you so much for coming back. Okay, that's all I'm saying. You're just like a boomer. You're just like the boomerang. It didn't come back, but you did. So I'm happy, Bullet. So anyway, just so glad to be here, Bullet. So much going on. We're just like a week away from, of course, Thanksgiving. Huge WrestleCade event. All this stuff going on. But Bullet, last week I had the privilege of being. You know, we always talk on here about doing events for fundraisers, trying to help out little football teams, booster clubs, stuff like that. Well, this past weekend down in Shelby at Crest Middle School, I was just so glad to be thankful to be there, just so excited to be there, Bullet. I got to see Rick Steiner. He walks in, everybody just starts hurting. I don't know what that is about him. Boy, he just walks in, and everybody just starts grabbing something, an ache and a pain. But anyway, it felt so good that this was not 1990. And I did not, I love working Rick Steiner, but I ain't getting suplexed. So it felt good to just say no. Bullet, really? What are you going to do, fire me? But anyway, great event, Bullet. They raised money for this football team. I had this one young man. He was so excited, kind of shy at first. He walked to the ring with me, it was so neat, Bullet. When Welcome to the Jungle started, that little kid it was a transformation, Bullet. He went from being shy to like hulking up. I almost had to tell him to calm down, Bullet. And at first he didn't want to get in the ring with me. We get to the ring, he's first one in the ring. So, but I stopped it. The sickness that, of course, Roddy Piper and everybody talked about was starting to spread quick, Bullet. But I quarantined it. I wasn't going to lose that little boy to the sickness, okay? But anyway, but he had a great time. His mom and him thanked me, and he'd never done anything like that. So he was pretty excited about that. So they raised some money. Everything went great, Bullet. So thank everybody down there at Crest Middle School just for pitching in and making it work, Bullet, if that's okay. It was good to see Rick Steiner again. He updated me on him and his brothers, Shoney's, that they're opening up, Bullet. I didn't touch that. Yeah, they're bulldozing the Shoney's, and you heard it here, folks. Steiner brothers are opening the Shoney's. So I don't know if it's. I don't know the details. I don't want to know the details.
Of all the franchises, though.
Buddy, I'm telling you.
Shoney's?
Shoney's. And,
you could have gone Village Inn.
Oh, I tell you.
Which is more of a Midwestern thing. But that would have been nice to have here in the
that's right.
Atlantic region.
But
or an IHOP. IHOP would have been good.
Yes, IHOP would have been good.
Denny's. But a Shoney's?
They opening up a Shoney's. Steiner Brothers, you heard it here, folks. And they invited me to, Rick invited me to come down there to eat. And I didn't touch the 10-foot pole. I'd love to, but I'm going to just wait and see. There's got to be a catch. That dog-faced gremlin was actually being nice. So anyway, and I didn't have to get Steiner lined.
Restaurant owner Scott Steiner.
Oh yes, I love the way that sounded. Big Papa Pump's Shoney's presents. But anyway, we just a great weekend, Bullet. It was one of those things it was just good to help out, Bullet, and see it work. That's what I'm getting at here. So anyway, with all that being said, Bullet, we fixing to crank up. The band is getting back together. Sonny and Cher reunited for one night right? I think one night tour this coming weekend. Of course, I will be with Big Time Wrestling 2 weekends, but I think you're doing the Friday night.
I'm just doing the Norfolk because I have Omega Championship Wrestling on Saturday.
Yes.
I just came back from Northeast Wrestling, which is also a fundraiser for the PLA, Police Athletic League.
That was huge.
Yeah, that was very monstrous. I was in the Battle Royal and did that and came back home. But yeah, this weekend we will be together in Norfolk, Virginia for Big Time Wrestling, and then you will be going on to that place, that town that I can't pronounce properly.
I can't either.
That's over on the other side of Richmond, while I will be in Smithfield, North Carolina.
Yes, and of course you can get all that updates up on highspots.com, all that information, georgesouth.com, the great book webs page, everything. We'll get you there if you want to come there. So, Bullet, and of course this Sunday, Bullet will be reuniting again because it feels so good. Peaches and Herb, remember them? Bullet, back in the day. 1985. Prom, Debbie Bryant, my goodness, they had a hit song. It was reunited because it feels so good. Peaches and Herb. I don't know whatever happened to them either. But they probably, I don't know what happened to them. Probably broke up. Now it's just Peaches. Okay? That's burning, everybody's breaking up. But anyway, what the heck am I talking about, boy?
Come back, George.
Yeah, okay, I'm coming. I think I was the one that left. My brain left.
Nobody can transition you back into it, but I can't.
It's hard right now, boy. I shouldn't have
Peaches and Herb, I don't know.
Oh, they were hot, boy. Oh, man, what a lot of love. So many slow dances. Bullet, outside that old silver Trans Am. Peaches and Herb. But anyway, how to reminisce. So, Debbie Bryan, if you're out there, I love you. I know you're a fan of the show. I love you. But anyway, with all that being said, Bullet.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. I may not want to know them. But anyway, boy, I want to do a quick plug for this. But I'm very excited about this show. A lot of our students are going to be part of this. Our Wahoo Tribute Show, of course, it ain't till Friday, December the 4th. But, folks, this is, I'm pretty excited. We want to help out send these kids to Washington on a bus trip. And it's doing good. It's for all of our students. I've had 1 million emails, texts on people that want to work the show. But this is going to be one for our students. We got some great guys coming in. Very special guest, Ricky Steamboat, is going to be there that night. So we're pretty excited about that. So if you get a chance, of course, and it's close. For us, it's close, Bull. It's right up C.C. Griffin Middle School right here in Concord, North Carolina. So we're pretty excited about that. So, and I do want to put a quick plug in for the OSWA there in Concord that ran this past Saturday. We sent our Ray Candy and our T.O. there to work a match. And they did real good. It was their first time. Of course, Steve, the promoter there, is a great guy. He loved having those guys, our guys there. So it's amazing and kind of exciting to see our children go out and they don't and they get invited back, which is kind of exciting. So anyway, all that being said, Bullet, the book is doing good. I have 2 cases in my possession, packed up, ready to go to Norfolk this weekend. Of course, Nature Boy Ric Flair will be with us. Huge stuff going on. Of course, following week, WrestleCade. The whole week is WrestleCade. Do want to put a quick plug in, Bullet. I don't know if our wrestling fans have heard that, fans of the book, but I heard, I don't know if you saw it, that Ziggy's, which we have been to many times, has announced they're closing. Bullet, yeah, in February of next year, they're done. They are closing the doors of the place. So
that's another building
I'm
killed.
telling you.
Normally it's town, but now I've become more specific in the places that I closed down.
But listen, building, Ziggy been there. They've had Tupac. They've had Coach Dredd. They've had Alice Cooper. Survived it all. Okay, Ziggy, you want to sell them? We go in there and do a wrestling show. I'm not saying they connected. But I'm just saying, they closing the doors in February.
I'm just saying that's not the only place where that's happened.
No.
You'd be closing a lot faster if I did comedy there. That's usually when it comes to a downturn. If I did comedy in Ziggy's, that's a downturn. Much like Tremont, which I'll be doing one of the last comedy shows
That's exactly right.
December 2nd.
That's right. And that's what made me catch my eye on that article is I thought of Tremont closing down and then these clubs.
Tremont and Chop Shop are closing up in Charlotte.
Wow.
So that's 2 less places for venues that are affordable. So
I hate that.
I better get good real fast since I'm playing the Night Theater or the Blumenthal
You better
Center.
get that movie deal quick, Steve Martin, okay?
Because I'm running out of low rent places to run. So
the Saturday Night Live's going out of business, Jack. You better You better get a movie gig real quick, Steve Martin, okay?
Exactly.
But anyway, all that being said, so much going on, Bullet. Where are you at? You got a couple things. Well, no, you're too busy wrestling this weekend to have any stand-up, right?
Yeah, a little busy. Like I got a couple things like this week, but nothing major and stuff like that. I got some stuff coming up in December, though. Like I said, I got December 2nd and then the 10th down the South Carolina area. But as we get closer to that, I'll plug those things. And really, things will start picking up for me around February.
I love that.
As we get past football and stuff like that.
That's
a lot
right.
of things, comedy's done a little bit different. Then also, too, like, I'm getting better. Because, like, that's the point.
I love that.
So, hopefully by February, I'm at a place where I can comfortably be... I go out some places to get invited back.
I love that. And, Bullet, I had one email this week. I wanted to address that real quick. That they asked where... Of course, if they thought about it and went back and reviewed the episodes, they want to know where the Rey Mysterio mask was, that I was being very sarcastic and very smart. Cowboys won the first game of the season, and I did introduce the Dallas Cowboy Rey Mysterio mask.
Which on one side, you're probably pretty thankful of because you were very uncomfortable in that episode.
Very uncomfortable.
But you were willing to be uncomfortable for the sake of the Cowboys.
Yes.
So
yes.
And like the one, and very Charlie Brownish of you. the other win that they have happened when I was out of town.
Yes.
Thus, the only reason you've only won it once on this program.
That's exactly right.
Very Charlie Brownish of you.
Very, and the way it looks that it will be put up for a long, long time because my boys. But Tony Romo's coming back this weekend. Of course, we'll be working on Sunday. Maybe it's a good thing I don't get to see it, but there's just trouble in Big D. They need to fix a few things. But anyway, and then a guy sent me a post of a shirt that said they may be one win and 48 losses, but I'm still a diehard fan. And I put no, it's doubt. I'm thinking about it. Okay, boy, I'm not up to wearing that shirt yet. Okay, I'm thinking about it. But anyway, with all that being said, my favorite time of the show, Bullet, our annual Thanksgiving pre-Thanksgiving idiot bag. Okay, Bullet, it's so amazing how all of this just fits in as we do these great TV shows as we keep rolling along, and we're. As we discussed, of course, Ziggy's closing down and a lot of these nightclubs, Bullet. Something caught my eye today, and I got to throw it in the idiot bag. First of all, I want to review just real quick. Great comments on us discussing the Mariah Carey Commissioner Gordon issue with Batman. Had a lot of people agree with me. Not had anything to do with the movie. It's just how can you lust after that pretty woman if it's just her voice? But anyway, all that's in the past. We're talking about now. Bullet, today, I don't know if you saw that yet, but this goes right along with clubs and bands just starting out. One of the Village People, okay? I was into the Village People. I know this is like an 80 theme of Peaches and Herb and Village People. It's just cool music. But one of them, Bullet, and it's usually about money, but one of them has broke the unwritten code and has come out and stooged on all the other Village People that they all lip-synced. They all lip-synced. Now, Bullet, listen, here's my problem with that before I throw this one in the idiot bag. When they were making all that money, you know what I'm saying, Bullet? I didn't care if my brother beside me was lip singing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But here's my thing, Bullet. Don't ruin it for me, okay? Bullet, I want to crank up the old Trans Am and put in YMCA and cruise down Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia. But here's my point. Is everybody miserable? That's all I'm saying. So I'm going to throw... Bullet, I think it was the cowboy. I got to check. It's either cowboy or the plumber guy. I'm not sure, Bullet. He wasn't dressed in his gimmick when he did the press release, okay?
So you're not really know for sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I just know one of the Village People.
Well, you know it's not the Indian.
That's not the Indian.
Okay.
Bro, he's kicked back with his money. He's happy with everything.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is, Bullet, so what? Okay? They hadn't had, a good run in like 25 years. Does it even matter now? That's what I'm saying. It ain't like... And I'm going to throw a little history at you fans. It ain't like they won an Emmy. Remember? Vanilli won an Emmy. Remember that? And they had to give it back.
You mean the American Music Award?
Yeah, American Music Award. That too. I think they won that too, boy.
And a Grammy, I believe.
And a Grammy. Yeah, that's what it was. The Grammy. And they had to give it back. So Village People didn't even win a Grammy. So why are you stooging on the group now? So, with all that being said, I will throw, not all of them. I think there's like 5 of them. I'm not sure, boy. But anyway, I'm throwing the one that stooged on the rest of them that they had been lip singing the whole time just because it crushes another piece of my childhood.
Yeah. And Michael Bay wasn't responsible this time.
That's good. That's good, boy. Very good. So, anyway, just let me just have my past, okay, Bullet, and just enjoy it. But what does it matter now?
Yeah.
You going to go back and give back the money that you might? No. So just be quiet. If you did lip sync, just take it to your grave with you. Just who cares? Is what I'm saying. But anyway, that ruined my childhood once more.
Well, let me throw somebody in the idiot bag right now.
Oh.
For a very unique reason, it is a very hot topic, and I feel like we need to discuss it.
Oh, I love that.
About Charlie Sheen.
Yes.
Announcing that he has HIV, which support him and all that.
Good point.
He's got enough. I support anybody that has to go through that. And it is a daily basis and everything. And dealing with the healthcare system in this country and having something that you can deal with day to day, my heart goes out to anybody that has to deal with that. But this is why I'm going to put Charlie in the idiot bag.
Yeah.
Okay? He was blackmailing people to not let out the secret that he had HIV.
Yes.
And then he goes on the Today Show and tells everybody about it
Yes.
because he don't get blackmailed anymore.
Yes.
My point is, here's another example of Charlie Sheen wasting money.
I totally agree.
He was owing money to keep it quiet, and then eventually he just told everybody on the Today Show. So Charlie, be a little bit smarter with your money.
I agree.
If somebody's going to blackmail me about something, and I'm eventually going to have to say it anyways.
Yes.
Just say it. Save a nickel. Save a nickel, especially when you got that guy out there that's jacking up the price of the HIV pill. You may have to pay $700 for a pill you have to take every day.
I agree.
Hang on to every dime.
I agree.
So
Actually,
I'll put Charlie's bank account in the
yes.
But
we're on the same page, boy. Charlie, listen, a little bit of advice here. And it reminds me so much of these wrestlers that won't do a shoot interview and take the money, but they'll go do it all for free. So, Charlie, I don't know personally if you got to pay off for Good Morning America or whatever, but I think honestly, and it's just my stupid opinion, I think I'd have done a shoot tape. I think get a heck of a payoff for the shoot tape, Bullet, and then reveal it. I don't know. Maybe there's a hidden. I don't know. But I agree with that.
I'm just saying, you blackmail people so people wouldn't know. Listen, Magic Johnson did very well post announcement.
Yes.
I'm just saying, like, if you had the blackmail and you know eventually it was going to come out anyways.
Yeah.
That was you just wasting money.
I totally agree.
Like I said, when some people are jacking up the price of HIV medication to $7 per pill, hang on to every dime you have. That's what I have to say.
And if and the brother ain't getting no sympathy. I mean, it's almost comical when people say, "Oh, I thought he already had it."
Oh, and that's the thing too. Everybody's now taking all the old Magic Johnson jokes that everybody cringed on.
That's
They've
exactly
replaced
right.
the Magic Johnson, like the jokes that Jim Norton used to make about Magic Johnson, replace it with Charlie Sheen, and there's gonna be people getting big laughs about that.
That's exactly right.
That's the only thing I'll say about Charlie. I won't make no big joke about it like that. Other than that, that's the aspect that I see of it. But I'm waiting for the comedians are salivating.
Exactly.
Everybody's got a Charlie Sheen joke right now. And it's all got something to do with Tiger Blood and everything else.
Yes, and you know who's happy about all this is my sweet girlfriend Ronda Rousey, who was beginning to become the butt of everybody's joke.
Yeah.
Right? So she is kind of, we don't want nobody to get AIDS, of course, but but in the comedian world,
way to save it. Way to save it from an apology.
But Ronda Rousey is, I would be talking about passing the heat off to somebody else now. Dang, Charlie! Wow. But anyway, so and you're right. It's just opened up the floodgates. The world's going nuts. Just saw this past week where 100 million cans of ravioli is being recalled. So that broke my heart too. So not only did I find out that Peaches and Herb may have broke up, not been documented, and not only did I find out that they lip sing, my YMCA guys, I also found out that ravioli's been recalled. It's been a rough week in the news world, Bullet. But
and I'm pretty sure we've left out a very serious news story, but we won't discuss it right here.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of tragedy in this world.
Oh yeah.
But we like to keep things very upbeat.
Yes, we do.
And support and prayers to the people who need it.
Yes, we do. And I will put this little plug in there because there's one gentleman that I'll probably punch if I ever see him. But he made a comment that. If you're such a Christian, how can you call people idiots? And that really aggravated me, Bullet, because and I let him know it too. And you need to do a little bit of research. Calling someone an idiot or not is not one of the qualifications to get through the pearly gates. I just hate to break y'all's people's heart. Now, I admit, just like Mountain Dew, I may have a little problem with that. But as we get ready to get off the air, Bullet, people make it so easy. Seriously, I've got 45 years almost in professional wrestling of proof that there are idiots in this world. That's all I'm saying. And to quote Cam Newton about this weekend when he scores a touchdown and he dances, and I'm not a Cam Newton fan, but everybody in the league's after him for doing it. But he said, if you want me to stop, just keep me out of the end zone. Very true. So if you want me to stop saying the word idiot, quit being an idiot. But anyway, a lot of stuff covered. Just such an educational program this week, Bullet. Makes my head hurt. But, folks, what won't be recalled, whether it's bad for your health or not, is
the second greatest book of all time, which is available at highspots.com, that does not recall any product that we send out. That's a promise. Good, bad, or indifferent.
Right.
You're keeping it. It's yours. It's your problem right now. Anyways, if you want to know more about what me and George are doing, especially this weekend, since we're side by side this weekend, make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram at ManScoutManning. This has been another edition of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle.
Great show, Bullet. Thank you, my buddy. Great show. Phew. Dang, who needs CNN, Bullet? We cover it all. That's right. Whew. Dang, Bullet. I think I blew the gas at that time. I'm not too sure.
You got a little heated.
A lot of stuff covered, Bullet.